Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Ankora Lost Days, which is a survival game done simply. I think is the easiest way to describe it. You play as Ankora, who has landed on a strange planet, and you have to basically try and get your ship working, and you discover all the locals and do a load of quests and stuff. Very, very cute aesthetic. It's got a beautiful animation style, especially for the opening scene, which is basically a cartoon. And it's pretty good. It does suffer from some translation issues. Some of the text doesn't really make sense. The words are bad grammar and stuff. But you can look past that. You get the general gist of what's going on. As always, we'll look through the settings first and then I'll jump straight into the game and show you what you've got to do and how it works and what I think of it. And yeah, then we'll let you guys decide whether it's a game that you want to try or not. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it and see what it's all about. Options then, and I'm going to moan quite a bit. The first major bad or red flag for me is the fact that your mouse does not work at all once you jump into the game. It is completely controller only. There is no mouse support whatsoever. It has been designed with console in mind, and that is very, very, very obvious from the get-go. What you do get is you get music settings, and it's weird. You've got to kind of use the A button to switch between the settings. You only get a certain amount, and it scrolls all the way through. So it starts at max. You are going to want to turn it down. It is quite loud. Sound effects on or off. Controls, let's say, completely controller friendly, and it shows you all the things that you can do and what you've got to do and how it works. It does take a little bit of getting used to. There's a few convoluted controls on top of convoluted controls. Quality settings, max quality on or off, which to me seems a bit weird. Inverted, windowed mode, and your resolution. Honestly, lacking. It could do with so many more options because it is quite a pretty game. At the same time, though, it doesn't seem to be too graphically intensive in what it does. Let's look at the gameplay and see if that has redeeming qualities, because unfortunately the menu isn't up to par. Alright, we're in the game. So you can't have multiple saves. You get one save file, and when you start, you just start from where you left off with an autosave. I'm not sure if I'm overly happy about this, but then it doesn't seem like there's a lot of variation in gameplay and not really a huge amount of reason to replay through the game outside of just enjoying it. You can craft, you can run around and have a look at everything that's going on. You get quests to do and stuff, and you have a number of tools at your disposal. If you press your right directional pad button, you can see the different tools you get. You've got a shovel, you've got a hammer, and so far we've got a saw. You can use the saw to cut down materials. Honestly, there is a lot of game logic in this, and what I mean by that is there is stuff that just doesn't make sense. Use the saw to cut down trees, fine. You also use the saw to mine stone. I don't understand why they didn't add a pickaxe. Like every other survival game in existence ever, you get a saw or an axe, you get a pickaxe, and you use that to get the materials. It seems a bit odd. It's also sort of like a puzzle game, in that you have to figure out how to get to where you need to get to. You have a number of things that you can do. So we're going to raise, which will allow us to get across to this bit. But if you don't have the soil, because you've got to dig down to get the soil to dig up, which sort of makes sense, then you won't be able to do anything. You've also got this weird stamina bar, which doesn't seem to do much. Like, you run out of stamina and you can still do everything, you just get a little Z sign next to it. So you use a 10 and then you carry on as normal, but there's not really anything that's kind of making you have to do that. And then you basically got to go around. You've got to figure out where to go. You got to do the quests that are there. You've got portals to go through to get to the main quest. And if we press the map button, you can see it's on a grid-based feature. You've got a lot of area to explore. It goes all the way across, all the way up. This is rather large, right? So you started here, this is where you landed, and then this is where you landed, and this is where we're here, and then we've got to go there, and all that good stuff. You've got your inventory here, so as you can see, you've got some cereal bars that you collected from your ship. You've got some water that you can refill. You've got acorns, stone. You've got a teleporter, which makes no sense as to why you have a teleporter if you're still going through and walking everywhere. And then there you go. Press down, you've got your quest. So as you can see, you've got to use the portal facing the west, find out what happened to the hunters and reach the spaceship fragment, or you can go back to the merchant and you can get another mission from them. And then you can craft things. You can make a workbench, which will allow you to make new tools. You can make stairs, and you can also, I'm assuming later on, make more tools and things for stuff that you may need. Overall, it's a cute game. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's really hard to describe. It feels like it's lackluster in that it feels unfinished. It doesn't feel like polished. Again, along with the text and stuff that you get, and just other bits and pieces and things like using a saw to mine stone, it doesn't make sense, and it's therefore hard to kind of keep on top of it and keep track of it. Other things like you've crashed into this planet where they don't have anything, but yet the creatures know that you're a human and know about humans. And yet it doesn't explain why they know about humans. And it's just things like that that lead to a bit of an incomplete, I think is the word we're looking for, incomplete experience. But there you go. This is Ankora, and as you can see, you've got a nice little boat that goes around. And I feel like I've now just got stuck. So there you go. Let me know in those comments what you think. Let me know if this is a game you would play. Let me know if it interests you in any way, shape or form. If you think it does the survival genre well. It looks very cute. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole grid-based system, but it incorporates a nice puzzle feature to the game as well. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.